Okay.
So I didn't know that you were the official ruler of how long a piss or using the bathroom should take. But now let me ask.
Yeah, I might be going to jail today. You're pretty much risk-free here. I'm the only one here that's really risking freedom and money to stand by his convictions. Everyone else here is getting paid. I'm the only one standing by their convictions with sacrifice of freedom and money, risk. It is.
Who I'm married to. No, we're gonna leave that's where I'm gonna draw the line to. You're not gonna ask anything personal about my family.
I just did. I already did.
No, and I'm not gonna answer.
Well, I ask it again. Are you married?
When did I ask you something?
I said you all. I'm talking about Delhi Township.
Also, we're all the same.
You all represent the same township. Do you represent Delhi? In your officer capacity, do you represent Delhi? Yep. No, you're cool. That's cool. Am I in trouble, sir? Everything you told me previously?
Yeah, everything else stands, you know, like I said. I mean, you're free to film out there. Obviously, if you're making, you know, comments, I just think that unfortunately it takes a little bit of education on everybody's part to realize that they don't deal with filmers like you all the time, you know. They don't deal with people that ask questions like you, and they're informative like you. So here we are. So I try.
You said you're going to contact the other polling places, right?
Yes.
A+, my man, A+.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, well, fill out the paperwork, arrest me. Do what you got to do, because they're lying, and once you fill out the paperwork and you get on sworn statement, that's a crime on them.
Okay.
It's a crime on them.
Okay.
You're the same officer that up here had his body cam off when it should have been on.
Because I was taking a piss?
No, because you were standing there while we were all talking.
Because I went to the bathroom and then I forgot that when I walked back
so
up, then I turned it back on?
No, you didn't turn it on until you realized the other officer had his on.
No, because I went.
I got the video, dude. You're lying right now.
Say Joe, but
No, I went to EKU.
yeah, okay. You look familiar. Sorry.
I mean, no, that's okay. People say that. I have a familiar face. I don't want to be on his YouTube.
I don't.
They like an 86.
I don't know. They want to trespass, but it's like.
They like an 86.
Government building?
Who does?
I don't know. Julia said. Julia.
That's just gray area.
Who you say wants to trespass?
Just drag him away. But, yeah.
I didn't say, we all want him to trespass, obviously.
It's not gonna happen.
But I'm saying that, I know that at the meetings, someone said at the meetings, are you, either of you on right now?
No, I'm on.
I'm on.
You're on?
I mean, that obviously people.
I was.
Okay. I used the restroom, and then sometimes when we use the restroom, obviously we don't turn it off for personal reasons.
That's not true, because I got the body.
So you would rather us
I got
pee-
the body video cam.
You'd rather us pee on body cam?
No, what I'm saying is I got the video of it.
Okay.
And you weren't gone for the time of taking a piss. Your camera was off the majority of the time you were up here, more than 50%. That's not taking a
File
piss.
complaint, Rich. File a complaint.
I did. Y'all are unaccountable, though.
Okay. Well, then take it up with.
Why you hold me to accountability for things that aren't crimes?
Have another meeting with our lieutenants. Rich.
I'd rather talk to your heart and have you lose sleep
because
at night.
whatever we
Have you
tell
lose sleep
whatever
at night
we
until
tell
you realize that you're
Whatever
wrong.
we tell you, it does not matter. You're set in your ways. Whatever we try, I've tried to, and you can admit this. I've been very personable and civil with you in the past, talking, getting on a personal level. But now it's just you constantly etch at it. Some of us to get in a rise out, and some of us are just not. We're just trying to handle it civilly, and we're going to leave everything else out. That's
But you
what I'm
don't
saying.
handle it civilly. That's the problem. Civilly would be having your body camera on while they're talking about
Because
the
I went
crime.
to the bathroom.
While they're talking about the crime that's alleged. When you came back, you should have turned your body cam
If you're
on.
that upset, file another complaint. Talk to.
There's
talk
no
to the
accountability for you. What's the complaint going to do?
lieutenant. You're going to have to take it up with the administration.
I don't have to do anything.
Okay. Well, then I don't know why you're addressing it. If you
You
don't
know-
want to do anything about it, I don't know why.
You say that some of y'all are kind to me?
Yeah, I've been kind to you for the past 2
No,
years.
having your body cam off when it should have been on is not kind.
This is why nothing's going to get, because when we have a conversation, you're set in your ways. I told you I went to the
I
bathroom.
got video evidence. You're outright lying right now. You're lying, and that's unbecoming of a
Because it was
professional police
off, and
officer.
then I put it back
Look how
on.
worked up you are.
You're fine.
You're supposed to be above this stuff.
I'm fine.
I'm a citizen.
Rich, I am fine.
Do I have a right to say fuck you to you?
I don't care.
I'm asking you if I have a right.
Yeah, you have a right.
Okay, so then why wouldn't I exercise that right up in the park in front of 2-year-old officers Both officers.
I have nothing to do with
Both officers.
I have nothing to do with that. I'm not going
Well,
to.
if you want to understand why
I have nothing to do with
if you want to understand why I'm treating the police personnel the way I'm treating them, it's because of things like that.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is you don't want to know why. You just want to make judgment without in ignorance.
If I wanted to make judgment, you would have. What do you mean if I'm trying to make judgment?
Well, I can prove to you that what you're saying is false.
Okay.
You don't want to see it, right?
Do you have it on you right now?
No, I'd have to send it to you. I can send it to you.
Okay.
It's already posted, as a matter of fact. The videos, the body cams from that day are posted, and your body cam leaves a lot wanting. The other officer left his body cam on for the majority of the visit here. I don't know what you were doing the whole time it was off, but it was a lot longer than taking a piss.
Okay.
Okay?
So I didn't know that you were the official ruler of how long a piss or using the bathroom should take. But now let me ask you, how long does a pee take? In your opinion, since if it's a lot longer, how long should a pee or using the restroom and or if I need to go relieve myself somehow, how long should I take? You're the official ruler, you should know that off the top of your head, just like we should know everything off the top of our head. What is it?
Well, number one, you and I aren't in the same capacity, so the rules don't apply the same. I would say if you're...
Now we're supposed to know all that stuff, but then when you're trying to accuse me of something when I'm going to relieve myself, you can't even give me a time.
I am giving you time. It took me some time to think about it.
What is it? I'll give you
If it goes over 15 minutes, there's something suspicious
So
about it.
you had the timestamp of over 15 minutes.
Yeah, I played it safe. Most peas are going to take a lot less than that, but
Okay.
you're going over 15 minutes. You were going on, I'd say, easily over an hour with your body cam on that day
That's
while
false.
you were up here.
That is completely false.
Well, we can look at the video.
That's
The
fine.
video
That's
ain't
false.
lying.
We weren't even here for an hour, Rich, when we're dealing with that. We weren't even here for an hour because it was the chalk. Then we came in here and we were talking to them. I bet you the report's not even an hour long. So you can't say there was an hour gap.
I'll take that bet. What do you want to bet?
No.
You were just not really meaning that.
I'm not doing any more fist bumps, anything like that.
Yeah, it's your choice. I'm going to force you like you forced me.
I'm not forcing you to do anything.
You forcing me to pay your salary?
I'm not forcing you to pay the salary.
What if I don't pay your salary?
Do it. Then you're going to take it up with the taxes and IRS.
Then somebody in your field, a law enforcement of some kind, is going to come to my house
It'll
with
be
guns.
federal. It'll be federal, not local. It'll be federal. So, that'd be
So if I don't pay property taxes, that's federal? You get paid from property taxes, not income taxes, right?
You know what? Yep.
This is the ignorance of the Delhi Police Department. That's why you don't want to talk to me, because he makes
I've been
himself look
talking to you for
stupid.
the last 10 minutes. Have I not?
I wouldn't consider it talking, not in the
Yeah,
context
you're
I'm
right,
using.
because it's just you telling me and I can't retaliate or have a simple conversation with you.
No, I've listened to you.
Because you keep bringing back this, you keep bringing back you keep bringing this up, the body cam thing, even when we're trying on a different topic. You're bouncing around to try to pin this all back on me. I had nothing to do with the two other officers up at the park. So we're not even going to talk about that. I can't speak on their...
Well, you do. Can I tell you why you have something to do with it?
Okay, go ahead.
Because they're brother in arms. They're part of the blue team. And if you had integrity and you knew they were doing something wrong, you'd have a conversation with
I wasn't
them.
even working at that.
Don't cut me off, please. You'd have a conversation with them. Now that you've been informed by me, the video's online. You can look at it yourself.
Okay.
And say, listen, you were threatening him because of his free speech. Lieutenant Rich later said that was free speech. It's not a crime.
So that's the lieutenant's job, not mine.
Right. It's all of our jobs to hold each other to accountability, especially when they're on the same team in government, especially when they're on the same, especially when your industry has a reputation of a thin blue line where you're held to a different standard than everyone else. Just like when you all ran the red light illegally, found guilty of running a red light illegally, and not ticketed. Reckless driving, not ticketed. Different accountability for y'all. It's part of what's wrong with this country. And when you don't have a conversation with your fellow department folks about things that are wrong, and you don't invite those critiques about yourself when you do wrong, then I think you're falling short. It's just my opinion.
Okay. It's your opinion.
Yep. Is your body cam on?
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Here. If you want it, it's right there.
What is it, a light that flashes or something?
It's right there.
Okay, appreciate it. I made that mistake several times myself. I think it's on and it's not. Yeah, I might be going to jail today. You're pretty much risk-free here. I'm the only one here that's really risking freedom and money to stand by his convictions. Everyone else here is getting paid. I'm the only one standing by their convictions with sacrifice of freedom and money, risk. It's one of the questions y'all like to ask me these days. You make money off that? So you can make it like it's a money thing. Came too strong for a camera. This guy basically gets paid to stand around waiting for his sergeant to do what his sergeant does. I don't know why one adult trained police officer couldn't handle a situation like this. Can I ask, are you married to another Delhi police officer?
Am I what?
Married to another Delhi
It is
officer?
none of your business.
Well, it is.
None of your business.
It is.
Who I'm married to. No, we're gonna leave that's where I'm gonna draw the line with you. You're not gonna ask anything personal about my family.
I
Do you
just did.
understand?
I already did.
No, and I'm not gonna answer.
Well, I ask it again. Are you married to Falk by chance?
No.
Okay, I appreciate that. It's not like I'm trying to do something nefarious. Just saw a name of hers that looked like your name. You all want to ask me about personal HIPAA-protected medical information.
When did I ask you something?
I said you all. I'm talking about Delhi Township.
Also, we're all the same.
You all represent the same township. Do you represent Delhi? In your officer capacity, do you represent Delhi? Yep. No, you're cool. That's cool. I forget a lot of things too. I actually think I have a disorder related to my memory, but who's gonna believe me at this point? I'm the guy that I guess, according to you all, goes around harassing officers and shit. Is it the camera that's the problem, or is it the way I'm treating y'all? Because sometimes I got good relationships with some of you, until more recently there's been a lot of bad mouthing going on about me within the ranks. Chief Jeff says it ain't happening, then I catch one of your officers with a slip of the tongue that makes it look like it is happening. That's a problem when you all can't be honest with the citizen. You and I have had some good interactions, have we not?
I brought that up before.
Yeah. Am I in trouble, sir? Everything you told me previously?
Yeah, everything else stands, like I said. I mean, you're free to film out there. Obviously, if you're making, comments about, the campaigns or something like that, then really you should be behind the, barriers as far as, hindering, the election kind of thing, As far as harassment goes, my understanding, the only harassment that has ever been accused of you is against the tall gentleman, and he didn't even really mention it, was that, I guess when you were walking in here, you started yelling and calling him names, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Does that sound right, or?
No, it's not right.
Okay.
I wasn't yelling.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't think they used the word yelling.
think I called them names. I use adjectives.
Okay.
Maybe I called them scum. If scum is a name, then I called them names.
So
also, the
ultimately
lady up there, she said she wants to press charges on harassment. Is that correct?
I mean,
She
there's
says she feels threatened.
for one, there's no such thing as harassment.
Okay.
So that's not a criminal law.
What about the threat she
There's
felt?
telecommunications harassment, you know what I mean? But, or, a threat of like menacing, but that would have to be a threat of like physical harm.
Or by someone.
Yeah, and so I don't think we're anywhere close to that. I'm educating them. I talked to another lady at the Board of Elections. So, I think it's just, the signs are moved back here, which I do agree they should have been by the door, so I just think that unfortunately it takes a little bit of education on everybody's part to realize that they don't deal with filmers like you all the time, They don't deal with people that ask questions like you, and they're informative like you. So here we are. So, okay?
I just want to articulate that I ran into you up at the PD. We've had some hard times where I think you responded up on Delhi Pike with the Hamilton County Sheriff. Was that you?
No, I was not.
I apologize. But I know you well enough that, again, I'm just going to say that I think you did the right thing today. I got 0 complaints about you. This guy I feel fell short.
Okay.
I'm not holding a grudge. I hope next time we have a good interaction so that we can start building. The camera's not going away. The verbiage I give you guys in grievance, sometimes I feel maybe I was wrong. But when I look at it, because there's been times I've tried not to do that. I'm like, I go into the situation like I want to be respectful to these folks. Right. And then you all do something that triggers me in a way that my mouth is going before my mind's going. And whether that's a personality shortcoming or something, I don't think it's a moral shortcoming. And I just
I
want to
think the lady
say,
in the pink though also is like, you know, obviously you're calling her names, etc.
called her a bitch one time.
You know, at some point that could become disruptive too in an area where a polling location is going on too. So, and I, you know, whether or not it is or not, I'm just telling you, just be mindful of that. Okay?
Yeah, when I think of those things though, I think of the guy up in Delhi Park that was drinking and stuff in the middle of the parking lot illegally, where you can enforce ORC code like open canister. When I pointed it out, y'all just made him dump it out, didn't write any tickets. The board of trustees is propagandizing that at Delhi Park is zero.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And the other thing is that he said he was gonna snatch my fucking camera.
I called him.
That's what he said, snatch my fucking camera, yelling it across the parking lot. It's all on video.
I know, I watched it.
And y'all ain't doing nothing about that either. Not only that, but I now had to call Highway Patrol because you all didn't do what I think's the right thing. Y'all say you can't enforce bus tickets out here, ORC code out here.
Right, well,
I have a
We're not
lieutenant.
gonna go into, we're just not
I'll
gonna
walk
keep
and talk
on-
with you. I have a
we're not
lieutenant
gonna
from
keep
Green
on-
Township that says you can. I have Highway Patrol now open an investigation. And if it turns out that you all were wrong about this, it's another bad mark on Delhi. Now, if you're right, you're gonna hear me come forward on a video and say I was wrong and I apologize.
Right about what?
About whether you can issue that bus a ticket when they break ORC law.
Yeah.
And what Lieutenant Rich is saying, it has to be a criminal, can't be traffic. That's not true, I don't believe. And number two, a lot of traffic violations are minor misdemeanors by law, are they not?
Yeah, traffic violations,
Yeah.
most of them are.
Yeah, most of them. So you can enforce that stuff up here, I'm pretty darn sure. We're gonna find out though.
All right, Rich, well.
I appreciate you coming. Are you moving the
Hopefully
somebody moved the
things are-
signs
they're
already?
moving, yep.
Wow,
Okay.
you all got results as well.
I tried.
You said you're gonna contact the other polling places, right?
Yes.
A plus, my man, A plus.
All right.
Veneman, I'm gonna give you a C. I'm not gonna fail you. You weren't all that bad. I might give you a B. I know he's mad at me. He didn't close his thing again. Best practice to close that when you get out. He didn't do it. Another shortcoming. It's okay though. It's okay. He's human, I'm human. At the end of the day, I'm gonna forgive him for any transgressions I think he did. Y'all want to check out my YouTube channel, I'll give it to you. I'll not press it on you though. I do government accountability. I thought I might have been going to jail, but you saw I'm legal. Legal, 100% legal.
Everything went well?
Yep, they say if you don't use them, you lose them. And I heard like the First Amendment is to protect the things that people don't want to hear. Because if everybody wanted to hear it, why do you need to protect it? I did a story on YouTube. There's a guy that goes around in DC, says, America first or Israel first? And I got nothing against Jewish people. I got some things against the Israel government. And so I did my thing where I went around and, you know, Israel first. After I did that video, I was getting about 1,400 views consistently on my main videos. This video was a banger. It's going to be 1,400 plus. I got like 60 views. They dethrottled me. Either because, this is just me speculating, either because I brought up that or because I
Thank you guys for voting.
started talking about the Lex Lexner connection to Epstein, the guy over Victoria's Secret that was a co-conspirator being investigated.
I mean, massively funded.
Massively funded, yep. It's sickening, it's sickening. But man, of all people up here, you're probably gonna be the one I remember at the end of the day. I'd like talking to you, I appreciate your time, and hopefully you think I'm somewhat respectful to you. I try to be respectful to people that are respectful.
And I appreciate you asking me about having my face.
Yep, yep. I'll take it off. I don't always do that, but people that are respectful, I'll generally give them the option, especially if I knew I happen to ever hear that you weren't happy, you know, whatever.
It makes me uncomfortable. My mom, my entire life, has always put everything, my entire life on Facebook.
Oh,
So
is that right?
I have an aversion to being on camera anymore.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, but
Respectfulness, so.
hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I could vote for you, I probably would, even though I'm not Democrat. Hey, take care. Good luck. Good luck.
See you, sir.
Y'all are still my favorite. Good luck. Good luck to Rosemary. So that was a little bit of craziness, in part because at one moment I thought I might be getting hauled away in a police car for video recording in that hallway inside, because I don't remember researching that. If I did, it's been a little while. But I figured I'm not in the polling place at that point, And so, yeah, it's amazing how easily people will lie. And hey, one of the defenses to a defamation case is telling the truth. And personally myself, sticks and stones to break my bones, words that never hurt me. That's not 100% true, but certainly I'd rather be called a word like a bitch or a loser, which I get called shit like that all the time. More like loser or whatever, weird, all that shit. Pain in the ass, he's an agitator. Get called names all the time. But what I have a real problem with is when I'm falsely accused, one, of a crime I didn't commit, or two, of a crime that's not a crime. That's where I draw the line. And we've had two people do that now, both working for the Board of Elections of Hamilton County, while they, at that exact moment, were out of compliance with law. Now, I think they call that projection, but I don't think this was necessarily, the primary was the projection here. The primary was trying to hem up a person that's doing government accountability because they don't want to be accountable. And the guy that walked in there that I called scum and stuff, that lady wasn't even around when that was happening. She, best of my knowledge, she 100% completely fabricated that harassment thing. And unless the cops get a sworn statement, what's the accountability? There's no accountability there. I had to go through all this hassle to get them to comply with law. And then I get put under multiple investigations for doing it. So I'm held to accountability for doing things that aren't the wrong thing, that aren't illegal, but they get zero accountability for breaking law.